I am Chad with the Chad Depot from Keller Williams Drive and Nexa Mortgage. And, one thing you'll learn about me is that I seek for truth. Seeking for truth is a philosophical journey. Not just to find answers, but to understand the questions that are being asked themselves. So I have a question. Have you ever noticed how people try and keep up with the Joneses, as they say? Yeah. Well, what if that's actually a flight or fright response? Seeing others like we do, we see others succeed higher than ourselves, and that triggers uncertainties inside of us. So, I've learned that we either run to keep up or we do nothing. And of course, that means that we freeze. That feeling of, am I enough, is our survival instincts, and they kick into gear. Flight pushes us to chase bigger things that we shouldn't necessarily be chasing. And fright can leave us stuck, overwhelmed, and defeated. That's why we sit still. It's not just about impressing other people. It's fear that's driving us. So what if I told you that true success is not about what anyone else owns? Think about it. It's the biggest trap stopping real financial freedom. So are you dreaming of the biggest and the best house right out the gate? Or, what if starting smaller could actually get you further? Okay, let me put it in terms like this. So what if you had the modest home, one that had manageable mortgage payments? Given that is it the smartest step? And why stretch your budget when you could build equity slowly in the big? If you bought the bigger, you wouldn't be able to be building equity right away. But you do the smaller ones, the smaller home, the more manageable, and you can have a great start, and you start slowly building equity. And it just makes for unnecessary stress, if you ask me. So I'm here to help you understand the loans, the mindset, what it takes to build real financial freedom through real estate. Are your thoughts on where to begin? Because that's the thoughts for many people, because at the end of the day, it's not about keeping up with anybody else, it's about building the life that works for you. Because we get so caught up in our head. I know I do. So I'm your trusted guide in real estate and mortgages and the strategies. So let's build something that lasts, Before we begin, I wanted you to know that I serve in all markets, really, because I have referral partners throughout the United States. And if I serve them myself, then you're dealing with me. But a lot of the times I have trusted referral partners across the United States. So here is an update on the markets that I personally serve in just a minute. I serve, all of Greenwood, South Carolina. And right now we are in a buyer's advantage. And I read that the median home listing price is $289,900. That is down 3.3% from last year. And our average sold price is $254,900. Homes are sitting on the market for 48 days on average. Mortgage rates are about 6.9 to 7.0, 7.25. It's better, is it better to wait on the rates? I don't know. The refinance is about 6.72 and HELOC 7.5 to 8.0. DSCR loans are at 7.65. And of course, that's based on the home's equity, not your income. Now, I also serve Greenville, South Carolina. The inventory there is growing, and the median list price is $409,000. And they are saying that the average time on the market is 90 days, a little bit longer, but mortgage rates are 6.93%. Refinancing rates are 6.92 to 7.19%. HELOC 7.5 to 8%, and DSCR loans are 7.0 to 8.0. So also service Anderson. The median price is $265K. Days on the market are 44 days. Spartanburg median price is $219K. On the market for 52 days. The 30-year fixed mortgage is 6.8 to 6.85, depending on, that's the lowest that we found. 15-year average is 5.96. So refinancing cash out, though, is at 6.85. And HELOCs are the average of 8.27%. So DSCR investment loans are at 6 to 7%. And then I also serve in the mortgage field in Nashville, Tennessee. It is strong and stabilized. The median sales price there is $490 as well, $490,000. The market forecast is, they say, is flat priced into the summer. And the mortgage rates I hear are 6.97% at a 30-year mortgage. And 6 for 15 years. The refinance range is from 6.95 to 7%. HELOC 7.75 to 8%, and DSCR loans are at 8.3 to 8.5% at average. So you've heard me talk a lot about DSCR loans a lot, and DSCR loans, that stands for Debt Services Coverage Ratio. But here's the real deal on DSCR loans. First, what is a DSCR loan? And along the lines of that, did you know that if you own a home and have equity in that home, that you too can become an investor yourself? I mean, I gotta tell you, I didn't know that before my career in real estate, and I often thought that an investor was some, Wall Street tycoon sitting there making just these big old bucks on a secret that I had no idea about. I really didn't know that people like you and myself could become investors. And that's the truth, we can. There's a lot to it, but with that said, lenders don't look at your paycheck or your credit score. Instead, the approval is based on the equity in your home, in your current home, and the rent that you expect to make from the property you plan to rent out. So, I bet you didn't know that. Some of you didn't know that. I didn't for a while, but I do now. And so if the projected rent covers and even exceeds the mortgage payment, you're in great shape to be approved. So, and it's all about the cash flow. The cash flow that's in the equity. Or excuse me, not the equity, but the money you're going to be making off your rental. That means with DSCR loans that lenders don't care how much you make. They care how much income the property will be bringing in and how much it will generate. So there's that. again, if it covers the mortgage that's going out, the deal makes more sense to lenders. So your job, your W-2s or tax returns, they don't matter in this case. They're not part of the equation. But if you're thinking about getting into a DSCR loan to become an investor, I just want to tell you what you're going to need to know, right? So owning a rental property isn't just collecting rent checks either. There's a lot more that goes into it. You're responsible for maintaining that property, managing it, the means to handle repairs and vetting tenants. That means good tenants that aren't going to take you for advantage of you, dealing with late payments. You've got emergencies, broken toilets, and but it also has its tax advantages. Taxes have to be played a big considerable role in this. Rental income must be reported, but you can also deduct expenses like repairs, so mortgage interest and property management fees. So that's good. It's a commitment that takes time and a lot of effort, and sometimes extra cash when things come up or go wrong. But done right, it can be a powerful way to make use some passive income and build wealth. So before you jump in, I just wanted to prepare you. Make sure you're fully ready for the big picture. But you can become an investor if you have and own a home. So the questions that are worth asking really is, ask yourself, what's your priority? Is it a dream home or a smart step forward? Could you buy modestly and create an opportunity later? Perhaps. Do you have equity that you can tap into right now? These are all questions you can ask yourself, really. Like I said, finding the truth is my biggest priority in life. You could invest with DSCR without needing pay stubs. Are you making decisions based on your goals, or are you making decisions based off someone else's? So, one final thing I wanted to talk to you about is the market it's not crashing at all. People think it's going to crash. It's just simply shifting. So the question is, are you shifting along with it? Your next move doesn't have to be big. It just has to be a smart move. And if you want to break it down to a specific zip code, or budget, you can reach out to me, DM me, as they say. It's a direct message, as these young whippersnappers say. Or you can send me a text at 864-828-1567, or call that number. I'll be glad. Even if I don't answer, you leave a voicemail and I'll call you back within the next 24 to 48 hours. So I was going to ask, does anybody have any questions right now on DSCR? If so, let me know. Just send me a text, shoot me a DM. Of course, I work for Keller Williams Drive in Greenville and Nexa Mortgage, and I'm here to help you make a smart move. Right now it looks like, or people are telling in the media, is you can't listen to the media. For those of you who don't know the lingo or understand it all, that's what I'm here for. And that's why I'm here to educate. I seek for truth, So we're all learning here together is the way I look at it. Now next week, my idea was to talk about HELOCs. I'm going to talk about the ins and outs of HELOCs, and so you'll see me next week when we talk about that subject and tackle it. But I guess today, I got done in 17 minutes. Does anybody have any thing that they wanted to say or tell us about your weekend? No? Okay. Well, I'm going to post it for now. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. 864-828-1567. I'm Chad with the Chad Depot, Keller Williams Drive, Greenville, and Nexa Mortgage. And I look forward to talking with you very soon. Have a good day.